Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Lost Moon Unification and of course to Stellaris, where after a false start we are back to choosing a new technology. Hopefully my recording software won't randomly have an aneurysm this time. Now we have just finished torpedoes and it is time for us to pick something new. We have got engineering facilities, defense stations, plasma thrusters. You know what? I'm actually starting to think that it might be time for us to get our ships a little bit more speedy. Certainly adding a little bit to the chance to evade would be quite nice. Sure, let's start work on that. Do we have anyone who's available who's good at rocketry? Yes, we do. The Cartrasil. Sure, Pyro, you're switching over. There we go. Enjoy. Now, Cartrasil is going to need a new scientist assigned. There we go. Get to work. Let's actually just double check. Have we got anyone who's good with computing? Don't think we do. I don't remember seeing anyone with computing. We do, however, have someone who's none too bad at this. Josiah, is that you, actually? No, it is not. Where are you, Josiah? Have I already passed you? Nope. There we are. I think... Let me just double check. How much of a bonus? 30%. If we switch out as Lena, will that be higher? 43. Yes, it will. I completely missed what ship you were captaining, though. There we go. Okay, let's get things underway. That's a little bit better for us on the whole, I would say. Right, so let's start this episode out the right way, and that is by renaming Hope's Tendrils, which is by far one of the smaller planets, the less useful ones that we've picked up. I mean, you know, it's not terrible, I suppose, but I was a little bit uncertain about picking up this species. I think it'll work out in the end. Certainly, I believe we get a bit of unity from taking them over in a couple of months past. I'm not entirely sure how much unity we generated just from the amount that we're generating every month, but I would say that we probably got a big boost from this. So let's go ahead and rename you. Now, looking over at the name list, I see L-Train. There we go. Let me just make sure I've spelled that correctly. There we go. L-Train. There you are. A planet named after you. And the Pollock system shall be renamed as well to Neon. Oh, I like it. There we are. Not quite Neon. Well, I suppose not terribly. Not un-Neon as well. Right. So Neon 4. Let's have a look at you. This isn't a bad system either. They're fairly middling, in my opinion. But now that the species has come under our control, let's actually have a quick look at you. Machine integration. I would like to allow these species to move around. So let's actually go through here, make sure that they do have colonization allowed. In terms of migration, no migration controls. Migration controls prevent pops of the species from moving freely between our worlds. Migration controls enabled. I think I'd be alright to allow them to move around, frankly. If they want to move between systems, that's okay on the whole. Yes, I would like you to move about freely. Do you have migration controls? No. There we go. I'm going to let my populations move about because they may do some work for me. That way I don't have to worry about it myself. Turning off migration controls as well. There we are. But no population controls. You can go ahead and breed as needed. Right. In terms of your abilities, tundra preference, your rapid breezes, which is good, and nomadic. Migration speed is plus 50%. Resettlement cost is lower. Not terribly bad, honestly. We're currently assimilating you. Could I rename you at all? I don't think I can, unfortunately. But on the whole, not a terrible species simply because it doesn't actually have any negative traits, which is good. Unlike the Dapperlings, which do a little bit. Maybe we could change that here and there. Okay, where are my fleets right now? Why are you not around a planet? Please get into orbit.
System survey complete.
And we have completed another system survey. All right, well, it's Well, I'm still kind of on the fence of taking this plant. It's a lovely looking plant, but I really don't want to grow too much. As I mentioned in the end of the last episode. That being said, I wouldn't mind pushing out in this direction if we get a chance. Really wouldn't mind that. If you could be so kind. Actually, if I hold down control, or is it shift control? Let me see. Can I inject this in there? In fact, I sort of can in a way. I'm not entirely sure about that one. But hopefully let's get those sorted out and then you can head on down there. I'm starting to think that it may be worth our while if we were to get another scientist. I'm really starting to think that actually. Do we have enough leadership capacity to get another scientist leader? Yes, we do. Thinking it might be worth it. Certainly thinking it might be worth it. Sure, let's get a Demon Cat 2 class ship up and running, and then hopefully get ourselves a new scientist as well. Now, we've got a couple of systems around the place that I wouldn't mind sending my fleet in to possibly take out. Ooh, Placid Leviathans. They're fine. They can go where they want. The Serenity has finished construction of mining outposts over here. That's always good to see. We currently have a fleet checking out this area at the moment, currently surveying it. We've got any other fleet? Well, actually, this one isn't particularly bad for us to go over and start building on. So sure, it's going to cost us a good whack of minerals to get that one going, but I think it may be well worth it considering how many mines we're going to build there. Ooh, really? Traditions already? Oh, marvelous. I approve. Okay, combat variable mitigation. Admiral level cap will be increased, and I think that would be quite nice. Electronic warfare wouldn't be far behind. In terms of the others we could take, war demands would drop. We could colony development speed increase, robot build speed increased, pop build cost reduced. No, I think we're going to go ahead with this. 52 months until the next one. That's actually a little bit painful. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not too happy about that.
System survey complete.
A Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. The small planetoid's orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Go ahead and research that one for me. Wow, we got a lot of things to have a look at. You have finished work there, but we don't... Well, I guess we do have the minerals, actually. Scientist Deus has leveled up. Well done. We finished... surveying that system. Voidwalker has found an anomaly. That's fine. And we've got the physics lab 2. Marvelous. Okay, let's have a look through here. We could go for improved deflectors. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to add. Get a power plant Mark 3. That would definitely be worth getting. Combat computers, again, would actually be quite nice. Maybe, actually. That being said, if we did want to expand it ever further, this would be a nice one to grab. But a big part of me thinks of power plants so that we could upgrade our planets even further would be nice. So actually, yeah, we're going to go with that one. Let me have a quick look and see if we've got anyone who is particularly skilled in that area. You're busy leading society research, so no. It is a big old no to that. Alright, well, we've got a new science ship. In fact, Red Dwarf isn't doing anything either. Let me have a quick look. Ooh, there we are. Okay, apparently we can recruit you. You're not going to be particularly good, but, I mean, you're not going to be particularly bad either. Sure, okay, we'll take you along. It's not great, but you don't cost that much, which is quite nice. Right, you're going to swap out, and our latest science ship shall get Research Bot 2.0. Now, we're going to need a name for this science ship. Let me see. We have got the Heart of Gold. Oh, I like it, actually. I like it a lot. Well done. I like that reference. Heart of Gold. There we go. Now, Red Dwarf, what is your last order? I think you were simply surveying this location. Right, well, I'm going to quickly have a look around. Let's have a quick peek at my areas. You're helping with research. That's fine. What about Cyrillac? Has Cyrillac got someone helping with research? Cyrillac does not. Does Cyrillac produce any research? Not really. Not yet. Okay, so we'll skip Cyrillac. Morovia, you should actually be producing a decent chunk of research. Well, it's not actually that grand, to be perfectly honest. Plumeropolis, you are generating a decent amount, so let's go have a look at you. Yeah, Plumeropolis could... Oh no, Plumeropolis has someone helping with research. Very well. Midos, yeah, you've got someone, I'm fairly certain. Yes, you do. Wolf, I'm absolutely certain that you don't. But do you deserve one? Maybe. You're very far away from producing anything of significant worth there. But, see, the thing is, by having someone helping out, we will be generating extra unity. So there's definitely a part of me that thinks that might be a worthwhile thing to do. Sure, okay, go ahead and assist research for now. As your level gains, you'll help even further. And for the time being, you will generate extra unity and gain levels reasonably quickly. Right, okay, let's get you up here perhaps. And they are expanding into our areas. I don't like that, not even slightly actually. You may need to push back. Let's have a quick look at these systems, because if these are particularly nice, I'll drop a border outpost around there just to push even harder. But I'm starting to think that maybe getting an outpost somewhere here would be a good move. We'll see. I wouldn't mind taking a couple of their cities, honestly. That would be particularly useful. Right, let me unpause. I really shouldn't just leave it sat there, paused like that. Is there anywhere else I fancy popping down? Looks like we do actually have somewhere in here. Go ahead and build a mine right there at the very least. Now, I would really like cruisers. Super duper would I like cruisers. I'm fairly certain we're a ways off making any of those, though. Yeah, we're still only on destroys, so we're kind of at the mercy of when we'll get the research to expand and get cruiser size star bases. Unfortunately, all right, let's get you two merged. There we are. It's a nice, powerful fleet. We're not that far off our capacity for ships, though, which is a little bit of a problem. Still, go ahead and develop a couple more Krakens, please. There we go. We have completed our build queue here. Oh, there we are. Towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into stable orbit around Jondus 4. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface. Well, okay, I suppose that's fine. Though again, who on earth has been doing this? Just going around building, or rather towing these asteroids around. It's a little bit rude, frankly. We could actually head down here and start building out these. Actually, let's get our Admiral a bit of a level up. Let's go and start smashing some things. Cyrillac has finished its surface production queue. Very nice. Let's go and have a look at that. Ooh, we definitely want solar panels. Now then, what can we do here? How are we building things here? Well, not particularly well, frankly. Not particularly well. Let's go ahead and build a mine, though. And I would like you to move down to the mine. And I would very much like to get some of our engineering workers over here. I would also like to build another mine down here. Let's get you there. Okay, so over on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build a unity check. Let's get one of those going. And here I would like to resettle a population. Let's find one. Morovia. Let's see, we don't need you there. Wouldn't mind you being over here instead. That would do very nicely for me. In fact, marvelous. There we go. All sorted. Morovia, though.
Surface variable detected.
Drat. Let's have a look at that one. The barren, lifeless world is showing signs of once having supported a biosphere. By all means, go ahead and research it then. Now, do we have the means to upgrade this? We actually don't need
Construction
too much
complete.
more, I don't think. I think we've got quite a few things being built. In fact, once that's built, we can actually develop there. I've got so many things tied up there. It's kind of annoying, really. I shouldn't have done that, thinking back on it. All that's meant is that I've tied up minerals that I can't use elsewhere, where it might be a little bit more useful for me. All right, how's our fleet going? Let's continue building a couple of corvettes, or at least one corvette, and speed up time a wee bit.
Construction complete.
I think we could definitely do with expanding our capacity for minerals. A detailed survey of Jaundice 2 has revealed that it may once have supported life in the distant past. There are significant deposits of frozen water. We might be able to change this one in time. Terraforming the planet would theoretically be possible. We do not yet possess the technology to accomplish it. No, that's fine.
Technological acquisition
Particularly worried
successful.
about it. Okay, what have we got? Better thrusters. Very, very nice. Ah, there we go. That is exactly what we want. Is there anything absolutely pressing? No. Then begin. It's going to take us a long bloody time to get that sorted. However, we do have a scientist, I believe, who's currently captaining the Carter sail. We'll get you working there right away. Thank you very much. That'll get this one done in 33 months. Let's make sure the Carter sail has a scientist aboard. Let's find you. There we are. That'll do. Perfect. Right. As for you, is there any other area in here that we can develop that's in our territory that we don't have some plan to develop by means of a colony at some point? Let's go ahead and build the mine over there. Where are our... Oh, drat, they're no longer there. Well, that's kind of annoying. Alright, well, let's jump down here, perhaps. We might find something there, or we might not. It's a shame that they're moving around. We may need to jump in over there in the near future, regardless. Alright, well, that's fine for the time being. How are the
System
surveys going? Okay, you know what? I think it would actually be better for me if you would jump here and survey these systems. I really want to know what's going on here first. Now, how big is this planet? It's not actually particularly good, I'll be honest with you. Does it have any special resources? No, really doesn't. Okay, here we go. This should be a frankly, impossibly easy task. Go ahead, engage, please,
Hostile
and thank
fleet
you.
assets
Let's
engaged.
actually slow things down so we can get in there, have a proper peek. Let's see, all of these missiles going down there. Very nice. How are we doing in this fight? We should be doing reasonably
System survey
well,
complete.
frankly. I could have gotten you some better thrusters for this, but at present you seem to be doing ridiculously well, actually. And move down there and finish them off. There we go. We've got some time projects we need to take care of. Let's have a look here. Did I lose anything? Nothing at all. That is what I like to see. Well, this one, again, not particularly a powerful group. And these torpedoes should... Well, actually, no, these would be missiles. They're not torpedoes, I don't think. We should see the torpedoes launched. There we go. I believe... No, they are not torpedoes. Where are the torpedoes, then? Do we not have any torpedo vessels here? I'm fairly certain that we had quite a lot there. Let's see. Yeah, we lost nothing, which is quite nice for our group there. I'm going to give them a little bit of time to recover. Now, let's go and have a quick peek at these ones. You're going to be over there in a moment. Where are you and what are you doing? Actually, let's have a look at you. Actually, I'm afraid I would prefer you to head down here and research these projects for me. And you can go ahead and hop in here. It'll be a little bit of a stronger fight, but we should overall be okay, I would imagine. Alright then, let's allow some more time to pass and continue building new ships. And we've got a new combat straight away, actually. Okay, let's get in there and start wiping these out. Hopefully our ships shouldn't struggle too terribly badly with these ships. We're going to have quite a lot of things that we can then have a look into. Did we take much in the way of shield damage? We did, but we should be alright just to take on these smaller groups without too much worry. Scientist Samantha has leveled up. Wonderful. Actually, how close is Bloodstained Raven? Not actually far off. That's reasonable, I would say. There we go. Should be able to just wipe these things out without much issue at all. And we have gotten Power Plants 3. Marvelous. Let's have a look at what else we can research. Synchronized defenses? Maybe. We could go for the fusion reactor. That would give us more power for our shields. We could also pick up better senses, which wouldn't be bad, I think. Wouldn't be bad at all, actually. But I feel that the fusion reactor is a little bit more useful to us right now. So let's focus on that for the time being. Let's channel our effort in there. Now, how are your shields doing? They are doing fine. Let's move from one to the next.
Ship fragments dissected.
Very good. Regenerative hull tissue plus 10%. Crystal infused plating plus 10%. And we got a little bit of extra research here and there as well. There we go. And they are all gone. How are our shields doing? They should be regenerated completely by the time we get over there. But we've got a few other things that we want to go and have a look at. Right. You have done all that I wanted you to do here for the time being. We want to get you down here instead, helping out with this mine, I would say. As for you, sure, build a research station, please. We may look into building a frontier outpost very soon. We've got another group of enemies there, though. We have finished our construction queue. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and build the Animal Evaluation Laboratory. Oh, that is going to be good. Also start upgrading anything that produces Unity. Mind you, we can upgrade the power plants as well, I suppose. And the energy nexus. Yes, by all means, go for it. Let's get all of these things being upgraded. Aavak should be able to upgrade a couple of things here. Let's get these going. It'll take us a little bit longer now. Bit of shame. Actually, we could purchase... Yes, let's go ahead and purchase a bunch of minerals. We would like to trade for minerals. I am willing to trade 2,000 energy for 1,000 minerals. Thank you. That is wonderful. Let's go ahead and upgrade a couple of things over here. Now, this is currently a Physics Lab 2. Let's go for a Physics Lab 3 and also get our energy back up there. Now, Midos is our next most developed planet. Sure, let's get that Physics Lab going. And we can also get... wow, okay. That will really start to take our physics to the next level. At this point, we've got plenty of people here that would be useful if we actually got some science set up. And we also want a science lab here. Let's get this one next so that we can get some more minerals going. That should do. We've got a lot of things being built now. It's going to take a little while, but that's fine. Right, you can go ahead and return to the nearest station where you can get repaired. And we have done a little bit more analyzing of debris. Excellent. Our science ship, where is Voidwalker presently? Okay. So there's nothing really much out here, unfortunately. We could drop something here and basically cordon off these areas. I'm not sure that's necessarily the best move, though, because it will create tension. If we do that, we really want to have our ships ready to control that area. Okay, well, let's have a look at some of our areas. Does everywhere have spaceports? Yes, you've actually got a pretty good spaceport already. We'll just pause this here. Now, I'm not sure if this will increase our fleet capacity or not. Let's just have a quick look for anywhere that doesn't have a spaceport yet. That would be you. Very well, let's get one going, shall we? We have... It looks like we may have actually finished the regenerative hull tissue. Oh, I like that a lot. Very well. We can... Well, we don't care for this one. Atmospheric manipulation allows us to change the climate of planets when terraforming them. Wouldn't be terrible. Energy storage capacity would really increase, but realistically, given what I just said, I think we have to go for the naval capacity. So let's get that one underway. I suppose it wouldn't be terrible to also test this out. Morovia we don't care for really. We could go ahead and get Wolf an upgrade. Sure, let's get Wolf an upgrade and we'll see which affects this the most. Alright, Heart of Gold, where are you? You have finished your work down there. Let's go ahead and research this area. Where is... Oh, wait, I've just sent them back, haven't I? You didn't mean to do that. We need to clear up this sector first. Make sure we get all of the research. Eventually we'll go here, but looking at the strength of the fleets there, I'm a little bit worried.
Surface variable detected.
Okay. A large amount of ship debris can be found in orbit around a planet, possibly the remnants of some kind of massive fleet action. Very well. Go ahead and research that right away. And apparently... What on earth is going on in here? There we are. Okay. I was a little bit concerned for a moment. I didn't realize what was going on. Oh, well, I think we're actually attacking the wrong things. Yeah, we kind of will. My bad. Never mind, though. Go ahead and engage, and we can wipe out everything in here without too much trouble. Then we'll have you return. Ooh, there we are. Signs of battle. There is clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in the close orbit of Adelimar 1 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from steady weapon blasts, and scans from the USS Voidwalker have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Hamantha is preparing an expedition to sift through the derelict hulls for any valuable technology. Very well, let's go and check that one out, shall we? Go to, and you can go ahead and immediately begin that research project, please and thank you. What's on earth's going on over there? Oh, a little bit of a graphic glitch there, but nothing we really need to worry about. Admiral gained a trait. Despite recent skill improvements, much of the initiative and resolve that once drove Admiral Bloodstained Raven forwards seems to have gradually evaporated. Oh no! Oh no!
Construction
that
complete.
Sounds kind of negative. Yeah, oh my lord! That is bad. That is really bad. I'm not liking that at all. Let me just go and have a quick look. I mean, your fire rate is increased, but your evasion is down. Let me see what other admirals there are available to us. Evasion up, sublight speed, combat speed. Yeah, but they won't live that long. Damn, Bloodstained Raven. What an awful trait to have picked up. That has actually really scuppered our plans there. Right, spaceport has been built at Wolf. We've not really upgraded our capacity much, I'll be honest. We'll leave it as is then. However, our train is not far off. So hopefully, actually, if we get you all the way back. There we are, yeah, sure. Head all the way back down there. And we'll... Ooh, what be here? Alien vessels. Not sure we really want to mess with that, actually. Right, let's have a quick peek then. There's a couple of places I wouldn't mind bringing over to us here. There's, of course, this system, which would be very nice for us. Mitten, extremely nice. That's a beautiful planet. There's a couple of nice places here, but we could just drop down a claim unit there. Alternatively, if we head up here and... Yes, I think we're going to move both of these ships to Sarak. And I think that should help us out a little
fragments dissected.
Marvelous. Very well done.
Construction complete.
And we have finished fusion drive technology. Very well. We can now have a look into cold fusion reactors, or have a little bit more look into the Curator archaeology lab. I'm not too worried about that one. Of all of these two are the only ones that really matter to me right now. I think we're going to go for colony development because I'm about ready to seed a new system, I think. That ship will take a little while to get back. Let's just make sure all my science ships are doing something worthwhile. And they seem to be. I wouldn't mind getting down there sometime soon, if possible. Alright, here's the part where things are going to get a bit tricky. Also, let's just have a quick look at my expansion planner. Tazari, wow, okay, let's have a look at you. You're 19. What have you got? Betharian, and yeah, I believe you're right there. That would be nice. Rubies, you've got Betharian stone. I mean, neither of you give especially high levels of research. The highest one we've got is actually only 6, and that's on a fairly large world, to be fair. It's reasonable, I suppose. This one isn't terrible. We can kind of push the matter, though, but I think the next world that we take is going to have to be you, based on the energy that you produce alone. Got more than enough to do it. Alright, let's commit to this. We are about to expand in a different way, but let's commit. Right. Well, I would like Dapperlings to start us off. Let's go ahead and get a colony ship. And where would be the best place to drop this? We could go here. It would be advantageous, but we'd lose that too. This wouldn't be a bad one because I could put power plants on either of these locations, or mines if I want to. It's not necessarily a bad choice. We would lose a little bit, but not much. Is there anywhere else that would be better? Not particularly. This one, no. I think we'll sacrifice one engineering spot for a fair game. We'll name it, obviously, once we've actually colonized it. But for now, that one can sit as is.
Ship fragments dissected.
Very well. Excellent. Now then, this is what we're going to do over here. We want a wormhole right about there. Now, I suspect that this system is going to be a little bit of a hot system. So I'm going to hold off on doing too much there just yet. Where's Heart of Gold?
Special
Right.
project complete.
Okay, the team under Science Officer Hamantha has finished their expedition on Adelimar 1 and returned to USS Void Walker. Sadly, the wrecked starships on the surface were too badly damaged to recover any useful technologies. These vessels were clearly very advanced, however, and we could gain valuable engineering insight if we analyze the way they were designed. We should consider the construction of a permanent science outpost in orbit. Very well, I'll bear that in mind. Let's go to that system. It's a little bit far out for us, honestly. I'm not sure we're going to be doing that. Right, okay, so what we could do down here is actually a few things. Go ahead and do that research project. Void Walker, I wouldn't mind you checking out these systems for me, actually. Could you tell me a little bit more about them? Especially these ones, since we partially scanned them, I believe. And let's get them all checked out. I think we can reach that one. We can. Marvelous. There we go. Once we've done all of these, we'll start scanning these ones. I'm a little bit cautious, actually. No, we really, really do need to check these out. I need to know if that one's worth me dropping a frontier outpost there. It would cause a bit of border friction, and I'm quite worried about that one, actually. Quite worried. But at the same time, wow, would that be useful. Okay, how long? 6 months until we can build some cruisers. Alright, that is actually pretty nice. And yeah, alright. I think it's time that we upgraded our ship designs, though. Okay, you've already been upgraded. No, you have not. Okay, I would like you to auto-upgrade. How about you auto-upgrading? No, we need to save. Let's go ahead and save. There we are. Delcuros. I'm assuming you will auto-upgrade now. Maybe you won't, though. We'll save here. Generally speaking, if I'm not putting on new technology, I think that's fine. And much the same here. Let's get these saved up. There we are. Now, hopefully, if we have you guys No, we can't upgrade them. That's a little bit of a potch, honestly. Let's get these merging there.
Technological acquisition successful.
Wonderful. Naval capacity has increased. Brilliant. Let's have... Oh, we can actually get another one. Ship upgrade costs reduced. That would be quite nice. Core systems increased. I don't particularly care for that one, I'll be honest. Edict cost. Now... I don't think that matters. No, we're going to go for an extra upgrade there, especially because we're about to add in a bunch of extra enhancements. Let's have a look now. They haven't upgraded. Okay, let's check out our ship designs again then. And I suppose at this point no, there we go. They have all just upgraded. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. That is exactly what we needed. Perfect. Okay, now the problem that I'm very aware of is that right now our fleets are, well, they're all the same thing. Go ahead and upgrade the fleet, please. And that is missiles. And that is something that can be hard counted, and that scares me. That scares me an awful lot.
Construction complete.
We're going to need to deal with that. Right, we've got a bunch of places we can now get to. I wouldn't mind bringing you under our control, frankly. Okay, this place wouldn't be a bad one to start pushing out from. Got a lot of room that we can now reach out from. That would be very nice. It would cost a lot, though. How much would it cost to build a frontier outpost here? If we wanted to build a frontier outpost here, it would cost quite a lot more. We're a little ways out. But we can at least reach out a bit further. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to spend the resources it requires to get another 1 or 2 wormholes around here, just to ensure that they can't easily prevent me jumping into their systems. In fact, I want one down here as well. They're going to cost me a bit of upkeep, but having that ability to project my forces into their space is going to be extremely useful for me. Go to, and you are already scanning. That's brilliant.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Tagira. Okay, go ahead and research that, please.
Technological acquisition
Skill
successful.
7. Very
Ship
nice.
fragments
There we go. That's what we needed. Cruisers. Carrier options. Cruiser assembly yards. That would be very nice. That would get us what we want extremely quickly. But carriers would be glorious. It would give us a new type of weapon. How long will that take you? 17 months. That isn't very long. Wouldn't mind that at all. Alright. But for the time being, let's go ahead and build ourselves a cruiser. And this is going to be the last thing that we're doing in this episode, I think. So, there's the section. Now, we'll be able to put a couple of other things in here. We could have torpedoes on the cruiser. I'm not entirely sure about that one. Fire rate is increased, which is nice. Yeah, we'll have a look at the other options. We've got hangar bay here. Some more torpedoes we really want to do. Point defense. We don't know if we need that yet, so let's avoid that one just for now. And then medium on the back. I think going for mediums over the larges would be better, but I really would like hangars. Have we got any weapons? We have got a scout wing. Average damage 4.8. We do have some point defense we can put in there. And get 2 mediums here. I mean, if for the sake of having the scout wing, I'm not against that, because we could easily then upgrade to get better fighters. I like the idea of it at the very least. Yeah, okay, we'll go for that. So the medium weapon here, we don't really have much choice. It's all going to be missiles, and then point defense. We don't know if we're going to need it. It could be wasted, but there's nothing else we can put there for now. Down here, however, crystal forge plating. This will give us a good whack of extra hull points. Would regenerative tissue really help us? Per month, it'll regenerate 2 hull. This will only really help us outside of combat. So I'm a little bit uncertain on it. It would mean that we wouldn't necessarily need to take the cruisers back to get repaired, but at the same time, that's quite a lot of extra health. Actually, is it cumulative? Unfortunately, no. It isn't giving us an extra 170. It's still giving us an extra 160. So it's only based on the base amount of health. But that has given us a good boost to our health there. It's not, it's hard to turn that down. Let's go for shields, and we'll see how much power we need. These generate quite a lot. 2 there will generate pretty much all we need, and we could get our armor up quite heavily. We'd be mitigating 41% of damage, assuming that their weapons don't just go through armor. If we put this there... Oh! Really? Now that has my attention. We've no longer got any excess power, but that is actually not bad. Brings our shields up to 200. 200 extra hit points on top of the extra 320 that we're getting. If I pop this in here, what would we get? It's not that much of a benefit, honestly. We might be a little bit more capable. Yeah, we're getting nothing from the excess power, so let's just see what the fusion reaction would offer us. Again, +3, but I think the deflectors are the better technology there. Alright, I am reasonably happy with this. Reasonably happy. Let's go ahead and find the first cruiser name. The first cruiser will be named Bone Dragon. There we go. And we'll also upgrade that one as well. Very well. And Synchronic Sentinel can go away. Goodbye, Synchronic Sentinel. We do not want you. Goodbye. Right. Let's get Aavak working on that. In fact, actually, let's get Aavak first, upgrading its spaceport. It's a lot of minerals, but hopefully it'll be worth it. We will then start producing the cruisers. They're going to take a little while to make, but I can only assume it's going to be well worth it, especially as we're getting into position to actually make a push. Right, we've also finished the next tradition. We're going to adopt electronic warfare, which will increase our army damage. It's not terrible. 48 months away, we will get unity output increased by 10%, and also our third ascension perk. At that point, things are going to get very interesting. Our fleet is currently upgrading. It's going to take a little while for it to fully upgrade. Do we have any other vessels doing anything?
Initiated.
Let's pause that there. We are actually taking Tazari Prime. Marvelous. Up is down. As the USS Voidwalker passed through the asteroid belt on its way to ZL1 GR TAC 784, Science Officer Hamantha reported that the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. Ever curious, Hamantha dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. Turns out that the culprit is a number of gravity generators of old alien make, sputtering on dying energy sources and with their polarities inverted. They occasionally spew reverse gravity into the void, though not with enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Science Officer Hamantha theorizes that the generators once provided artificial gravity for a large asteroid in the belt, but some malfunction eventually tore the rock apart, and a whopping great amount of research points there. Very happy with that. Very happy indeed. And Aavak is almost done with its upgrade. We'll let you finish that, and then I'm going to get you working on the first cruisers. Completed. Oh, actually, no, first we needed to upgrade our fleet. Okay, 5,000, it's not terrible. Certainly not a bad thing, at the very least.
Construction complete.
There we go. Got some more range. Alright, I'm worried about setting this up. We haven't really got much in the way of star bases to work with. I'm not sure that they are going to help us in the slightest, but that being said, it may be worth our time setting something up. At the very moment though, I don't think there's much that we can do. Actually, that has come into our range. In that case, get down there and set me up some mines, please. As for you though, return home. Just head home. We've got enough now to push the border.
System survey complete.
We could wait forever to get the cruisers in place. There's something to be said about just making a push. I don't believe we can actually get new research there, no. Well, we've only got a couple of months, and then we'll have better fighters. The basic fighter wing, which does a lot more damage than the basic bomber wing. Ignores 50% of armor and 100% shield penetration. That would be amazing. But has lower evasion, more hull points, much worse tracking though. But then again, its accuracy is 100%, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Anything else? No, not particularly. Okay, well, I think we're going to be wrapping things up there for this episode, though. I do hope you enjoyed, and we'll be looking forward to the next. But until then, and as ever, do take care, everyone.
Construction complete.